Thank you, Father Christmas. It's 11 minutes past 12. Ed James here with you. My next guest has served 12 years in the army. He's run his own business. He holds a Guinness World Record. And he's brought out a brand new book. We're going to find out all about that. He's packed a lot in and he still continues to do that. Phil Palmer from Wolverhampton joins me now. Phil, good morning. Or good afternoon, in fact.
Good afternoon, Ed.
We last met when I was at a different radio station. It was Beacon in Wolverhampton 25 years ago.
A long time ago.
Neither of us have changed, but you've turned up in a suit and tie today, which I appreciate. Now, listen, there's a lot to talk to you about. Let's start with the brand new book. It's a thriller set in Wolverhampton.
Well, some of it's set in Wolverhampton. It starts off in the book in Northern Ireland and transgresses to different areas of the UK. I'll give you an idea. Glasgow, Weston-super-Mare,
all over the place.
Here, there, never, yeah.
You can't obviously give too much away because you want people to go and buy it and read it, but set the scene for me. Is there anything you can tell me without spoiling anything?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say in the third chapter we find out who gets killed and the mystery behind that.
Okay.
And the fact that the body's dumped in a lake,
yeah,
and it's covered up. And for the next 29 years, nobody knows anything about it. And then some lads swimming in the lake in the middle of the summer. Suddenly one dives down a bit, finds the body, remains, frightened to death, comes out, he's only 12, and then the police are investigating, and then it all starts from that point. But
it's a great idea.
And there's twists in there, things that people totally unexpected that happen, So
sounds like it could be a Netflix series, that film.
Well, one or two people have said it. The Wolverhampton setting is New Cross Hospital,
right?
When there's a killer on the loose looking for somebody who's in protective custody in a ward, and that's the New Cross bit. And Junction, well, it's the Hilton Main service station on the M6. There's another incident there. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So you got the book, and just talk to me, just a bit of an overview of your life, really. So 12 years in the army. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, joined the Army Parachute Regiment when I was 15. That's back in 1968. And I was a junior soldier, and that started my career in the Army. I went to London for a year and came back, and I ended up in 2 Para. Within 5 minutes, it seems like I was here, then, everywhere. And as I joined as a musician, and in May after I joined, I was performing at the Albert Hall in London, in with the mass bands, and on with the group of the day, which was Dave D, Dozy Beak, and Mick and Titch.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was their hit?
Legend of Xanadu.
That's it.
Yeah. And I was on with Dick Emery was on the show as well.
Yeah.
And I thought, I love this. This is me. And it wasn't long later that I was doing a show with Vera Lynn at the festival hall as well.
What was that like?
Great. A legend like Vera Lynn.
What was she like?
Very nice. I didn't speak to her personally.
But you saw her?
Yeah, well, I was on stage. We were doing the music for her.
Wow.
So, great days. And, I had... 2 years in Berlin, stationed there, back last part of the 70s, and I just enjoyed it. I had a trio, so I had a bass guitar guy and a drummer, and we played everywhere for the Germans, the Americans, the Brits, and of course Prince Charles when he came.
Wow!
Yeah, on a boat.
Oh, fantastic.
And the RSM at the time, for those ex-military people out there listening, they all know what an RSM is, and they like everything spot on. And he says to me, come on, we're going to have a look at this boat, me and you. And he said, I don't want you to say a word to anybody. This is just the two of us. You're playing on the boat, you need to look where the electric points are and things like that. I said, yeah, sir. And he said, not a word to anybody. Okay, I didn't even tell the drummer or the bass guitar player because I know what they're like. So anyway, we arrived on the night, and there was about 1,000 Berliners there all waiting to see Prince Charles get on the boat. And that's a funny story.
Hell of a life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hell of a life. And the world record, what was that for?
Longest sustained note on a brass or woodwind instrument. 2005 I did that.
And how long? So which instrument and how long?
Clarinet for 1 minute and 13 seconds.
And that was does that still stand, or has it been broken now?
Well, it does on a clarinet and a saxophone.
So you still hold it?
I don't know if anybody else has beaten it on the clarinet or saxophone. Some guy in India, I think it was 22, got his tin whistle out and did a long note.
That doesn't count, though, does it? Doesn't count.
It depends what you call a real instrument or not.
Yes, tin whistle isn't a real instrument, I don't think.
It doesn't matter to me either way, so I'm not worried about that now.
Okay. Yeah. And listen, so here's the thing, just trying to explain to my listener, just in terms of, you seem like you've got a zest for life. You've got a sparkle in your eye. You've done a lot of stuff. What's the secret, do you think?
I don't know. It's just I wake up in the morning and it's another day, and I'm ready to get on with it. And I just enjoy life. I've got family. I've got 3 grandchildren, a daughter and a son, and we keep in touch with them. And he's down south, so we go down and see him occasionally. And I've got to mention the football team.
Are you a Wolves fan?
I've always followed the Wolves all my life, really.
That's on the fence, Phil.
Oh, no.
I've always followed the Wolves. Be a Wolves fan? No.
These are difficult times.
They're very difficult times.
Difficult times. But, it will come through it at the end of the day.
What do you think will happen?
I know a lot of guys.
You staying up?
Well, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I can't see it happening now. But I imagine the owners will want to move on. And from what I can see and read posts and things,
the fans, I think, will be right behind that.
Yeah, they want to see new owners without it. But I still play football, and they're a mixed bag of lads who.
Where do you play?
Okay, Wednesbury, Pulse in Wednesbury. It's all been done out. It's nice ground now.
Yeah.
We were falling over before. Mind you, we still get caught in the nets. So it's a mixture of lads, youngsters. The next oldest to me is about 20 years younger than me, and we've got some in the 20s. So it's a hard game of football, but we love it. We've got Walsall fans, West Brom fans, Bulls fans, who all
Any
play.
Villa fans?
Any? Wolves?
Villa fans?
I think a couple of Villa fans.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of
advice. It's always interesting to ask people what the best piece of advice is, just to pass on a bit of wisdom.
This was a bit of wisdom that I took to heart, and it was I had a football accident, 2005, and basically I crushed an artery in my leg, so there was no blood going to my foot. So that was my football time over for that part of the time. I used to smoke a pipe then. Right, a pipe. I used to smoke cigarettes, but the last cigarette I had was in 1977.
Okay.
And I stopped then. But I still puffed on my pipe. Anyway.
It still counts. You know that, right?
Yeah. So the surgeon said to me, he said, he give me a new artery, took a vein out of my left leg and grafted that into my right leg. So it got me walking and playing football again. And he said, 2 things he said to me. He said, I'm afraid you can't play football again. That was one. And do me a favour, stop smoking. If you know what I knew, don't smoke again. So I took him up on the smoking one, but
you're still playing football. Fair play. What's the book called? Where can we get it, Phil?
Right. It's available on Amazon. Mm. And it's called Rogue Patrol. I'm using a pen name, Ray.
Okay, why?
Well, it's middle name for starters.
Okay.
And there's another Phil Palmer who plays guitar, so, I thought, let's go with a different name.
Okay.
So,
Rogue Patrol, and it's under the name Ray Palmer.
Ray Palmer, yeah. At the moment, it's the prices fluctuate, but it's £7.50 as from last night.
And it's doing well on Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's the reviews. I can't knock the reviews. Got 22 5-star reviews on it, and talking to people I know who bought it, it's going down well with women.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Did you write it with an audience in mind?
No, I wrote it because I had this idea.
Yeah.
It was based on a true incident when I went to Belfast in '71. I was there a couple of weeks, and I was only young, and I was grumbling because I wanted to go out on a patrol like everybody else, and because I was the youngest one, and they said, "No, you can help the cooks in the cookhouse," and I was moaning all the time, you know. So they finally said, "Okay, we're going to let you out." So they give me a serious, very experienced sergeant major to take the patrol. They chucked a couple of cooks on it, so we went out patrolling the streets in Belfast. Within an hour, he actually shot at somebody, and I don't know. Nobody knows what it was. He didn't hit his target, whatever it was. It was at night time in the dark, so that was that. And I got back and I said, "Is this normal?" I said, "Well, go on your first patrol and end up shooting." So I thought about that many years later. I said, "Well, what happens if he had a shot somebody?
Yeah, what would have happened to the body?
And the body, would he be armed, And that gave me the idea to write something. And a lot of people have read the book and they think it's a true story.
Wow.
It isn't, of course.
But it could be.
It's just based on an incident that I saw, and wrote the book from that point.
The book sounds fantastic. Rogue Patrol, out now everywhere. Ray Palmer is the author. It's a pen name. It's Phil Palmer who's here. Will you come back and talk to us when it's signed up on Netflix and you're a massive deal?
Well, pigs might fly.
No way, you never know, mate. You never know. That'll be an extra chapter to your already amazing life. Very nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you
after
again.
all these years.
And all the best with Rogue Patrol. It's out now. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Ed.
Cheers, fella. 12:23.
In this crowd, I see the Lord.